Okay, but real talk for a second. Has this ever happened to you? You're
Nope.
back from this amazing trip, right? Maybe you splurged a little, treated yourself.
Yeah.
Feeling good. Then bam, that credit card statement arrives. And suddenly those incredible pasta dinners, the cute souvenirs, they all feel like way more expensive. Anyone else?
Oh, it's like the universal souvenir you don't want,
Oh,
right?
right.
Post-trip credit card shock.
The worst. And the worst part is you're not even sure what you're paying for half the time. So today we are diving deep, deep, deep into this confusing and honestly sometimes infuriating world of credit card fees, all those rewards for when you're spending overseas. We're going to help you decode those statements, find the absolute best cards for your next trip, and most importantly, I think, just not feel ripped off. Sound good?
Music to my ears.
And to help us navigate this whole thing, we've got some seriously expert insights here. We're talking the Milan and SG Budget Babe.
Mm-hmm.
They've been there, done that, and wrote the blog post to prove it.
And they do not hold back. One thing that really jumps out, at least for me, is just how many fees are actually lurking out there. It's kind of alarming when you start digging into it. Makes you want to just cash out and hope for the best, right?
Seriously, just reading through all this, I'm like, is Cash King again? Is that what we're doing?
It's tempting, I get it, but trust me, there's a better way. And it all starts with understanding the biggest, baddest villain in the overseas spending game, dynamic currency conversion, DCC for short. This sneaky little trick is designed to sound super helpful. Oh yeah, we're doing you a favor, but it can cost you a small fortune. Seriously.
Okay, DCC. DCC. I feel like I've heard of this, but probably blocked it out because it sounded too complicated and also evil at the same time.
It's both, honestly.
So break it down for me. What is it really?
Okay, so picture this. You're in Japan, right? About to buy those limited edition sneakers you've been eyeing. Price tags in Japanese yen. Cashier's super nice, offers to show you the price in SGD, just for your convenience. Sounds great, right?
Sure. Who wouldn't want that?
Here's the thing, though. That convenience, it comes at a price, a steep one.
Okay, I knew there had to be a catch. This is where it gets sneaky.
Exactly. See, they're not using the actual real exchange rate, the one your bank would give you. Instead, they just tack on this markup, and we're talking often 3 to 15%. Suddenly, those trendy sneakers just got a whole lot more expensive. And the worst part is the merchant, the store, they're often getting a kickback for pushing you towards this bad deal.
No way. So they're in cahoots with the DCC provider to basically make extra money off of me just for being a nice tourist.
Pretty much. It's like a classic case of if it sounds too good to be true.
It probably is.
Bingo. But don't worry.
Oh, thank goodness.
We are not going to leave you stranded in a foreign country with a fistful of yen and nowhere to spend it. There are ways to fight back against this DCC nonsense, and our sources point to one potential superhero, the Amaze Card.
Amaze Card. Okay, now we're talking. Tell me more. Amaze Card, Amaze Card. Okay, so it's what my secret weapon against these evil DCC charges we're talking about.
Exactly. Think of it as your own little personal currency exchange hero, right? It links to your MasterCard, so you're still racking up those credit card rewards, which we love, but when you use it to buy something in a foreign currency, Amaze swoops in, does the currency conversion for you. And get this, at a way better rate than those DCC shenanigans. We're talking a 1% markup over, the MasterCard rate.
Okay, wait. 1% still sounds like a fee to me.
True, it is. But compared to that 3 to 15% DCC nightmare we talked about, it's a steal.
Okay. I see what you mean. So just to be clear, I'm using my own MasterCard, same one I always do. But because it's connected to the Amaze Card, I'm basically dodging those terrible DCC rates.
You got it. Like having a little financial guardian angel, looking out for you, making sure you're not getting ripped off while you're off, enjoying your travels, snapping those pics.
I love this. Okay, but is this for real? Do the sources actually back this up?
Oh, absolutely. SG Budget Babe, they actually put this to the test, real world test, on a recent trip to Korea. She bought the same items twice, okay? Same exact things. Once just using her regular credit card, and then once with the Amaze.
Okay, and?
What happened?
Let's just say Amaze definitely lived up to the hype. Saved a good chunk of change.
Music to my ears.
Oh.
Okay, so we've got our weapon against DCC. But now, I need to actually pick the right credit card to use with it, and these sources mention a million options. Help me narrow it down. You're the expert. All right. So choosing the right card, it really is like picking the perfect travel buddy, It all comes down to your spending habits and what you want, what's important to you. So let's say you're someone, you like to keep things simple. You're not going to be dropping crazy amounts of cash on this trip. The City Rewards card, it's a solid all-arounder, great earn rate.
There's always a but, isn't there?
There's a cap, sadly. Capped at $1,000 a month.
Okay, so if I'm planning a major shopping spree in Milan or something, like, that's not the card for me. Or like backpacking across Europe for a month, that's not going to cut it either.
Yeah, probably not going to cut it for those. That's where the UOB Ladies Solitaire card struts in. Like, ready to take on those bigger spending trips?
Yeah.
Higher cap, $2,000 per month. And it has these bonus categories, perfect for travel, dining, entertainment, you know, the fun stuff.
Okay, so we've got like a good all-rounder and then the big spender. What about for my fellow shopaholics out there? I know we're out there. What's going to be our best bet?
If a little retail therapy is calling your name on your vacation, the OCBC Titanium Rewards card, that's your new best friend. It's really strong for shopping, which, let's be real, that tends to be a big part of the travel experience. Am I right?
Hey, souvenirs, that amazing handbag you found. It's all part of the memories.
Exactly.
We can't forget about, like, the airline-specific cards, though. I am such a sucker for anything that's going to earn me miles. Like, the UOB Chris Flyer card is calling my name, you know what I mean?
Oh, the siren song of free flights, I get it. But before you jump on that bandwagon, there is a catch. There's always a catch. It has a minimum spend requirement, $300, and you need to hit that to unlock those amazing perks.
So you're saying it's all about, like, finding that perfect match, the card that just gets you, your spending style, your travel dreams.
Exactly. And the best part is, like, you're not limited to just one card. You're going to have your little lineup, right? Each one strategically chosen for different types of purchases.
Oh, I love that. My credit card squad, ready to roll. This has been amazing, honestly. Like, we started this whole deep dive, and I was kind of overwhelmed, All those hitter fees, it was a lot. But now, I feel like I've got this. Like, I'm in the know, I've got my strategy.
Yes. That's the power of knowledge, right? Especially when we're talking about your hard-earned cash. You have all the right in the world to understand those charges, ask questions, make it work for you, not against you.
No more surprise DCC charges for me. From now on, I am swiping that card with confidence. I'm getting a good deal on the exchange rate, Andy. I'm getting those rewards. It's a win-win.
Music to my ears. And you know the best part? This whole hack the system mindset, it applies no matter where you're from or where you're going. So to everyone listening, we have a little challenge for you. Take a peek inside your wallet right now. What's hiding in there? Are there sneaky fees lurking? What about reward opportunities? Those travel points just waiting to happen. Time to do your own deep dive, friends. Unlock that financial potential. Who knows? Maybe that dream trip is closer than you think, all thanks to some savvy credit card choices.
And that, my friends, is a wrap on another deep dive. We hope you've enjoyed this little journey we've taken together, exploring the ins and outs of spending overseas. Now go forth and travel smarter, spend wiser, and until next time, happy travels.